Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And out across midfield down to the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Thielen was terrific in Week 4. 8 catches, 135 yards, and a score against the Rams.
First player with at least 100 receiving yards in each of his team's first 4 games since Randy Moss was a Patriot in 2007. So that tells me a lot about, one, how he's playing, but how cool is this for Adam Thielen, who is a Minnesota native, grew up and went to play college ball at Minnesota State, and now is emulating Randy Moss, whose jersey he had and wore as a kid when Randy was with the Vikings.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw is Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Cousins able to connect with Treadwell for a Minnesota first. Cousins on 1st down. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing before for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they'll look at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
And on the ground they go with a running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. First carry from Devontae Booker. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Roger, roger, roger.
On 3rd down, that's Lindsey. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 4th down. Keenum now to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, go Roger. Hey, go Roger.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
We're good. Stand up to high. Right, 20. I got him, man. I got him. 52, 57's down. Right there. 54, right there, right there. 54, right.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 31 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. George Iloka, the one that comes up to make the tackle.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And that'll set him back 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
No, Roger. Hey, go, Roger. Get high.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
It allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. And down inside the 15 he goes. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, spinning away. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Denver right after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And now the Vikings. They're going to stop it here on defense with a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Hey, go Roger. That boy's got 4. 4 down. Hey, down.
That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hey, orange. Down.
Play action. It's Keenum. Steps away. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
As Minnesota comes back onto the field, let's take a peek, Charles, at what they've done so far this year. 1-2-1. A tough Week 5 matchup at Philly. This was a team that many thought could be the best in the league. Not the start that their fans envision.
Yeah, not the start, but their fans may want to reflect back to last season. This team started 2-2 and then won 8 in a row and 11 of 12 on their way to the NFC Championship game. So maybe just a little bit of patience with them now. The deal for Kirk Cousins in the offseason, I think, is paying great dividends, even though the record doesn't show it. 10 touchdowns against only 2 interceptions. I thought he was marvelous last Thursday night against the Los Angeles Rams. Matched Jared Goff essentially throw for throw. He was terrific. Their defense, the aspect that's supposed to carry them, that's what they have to shore up right now. And their head coach, Mike Zimmer, says, we're going to get that done.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
First.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him. They're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed.
Super toe.
On 53.
Keenum to throw on second down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
On 53. Very left, very left. Hey, Mike's right.
They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier.
No.
Now they're out there again to try once more.
Down. Right. Wait, put it.
They do snap it to Keenum. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sheldon Richardson able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. First down. Here's Cousins. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Final play of the half, Cousins. Open man is Thielen, it's complete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back, halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here. They'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they'll run it here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And they'll go with the ground attack here. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, it's Lindsey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Keenum now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Ben Gideon in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Keenum, and that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, Keenum. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Marquette King now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, here's Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Cousins now to throw on first down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Cousins. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They run it again with Cook. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And he's able to find Diggs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Cousins now. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Cousins again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. To throw, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos out now 1st and 10. Keenum now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 2nd and 10, Keenum. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. It's a big play. Keenum to Thomas. 68 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And they'll go on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Everson Griffin able to get him for a loss of about 3.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Keenum on 3rd and goal. That's complete right around the 8. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And McManus able to put it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Emmanuel Sanders, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Mary left, Mary left.
Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Now Keenum. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Here's Robinson. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Back to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. A big play there, Cousins to Thielen, 51 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they will take a knee here. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of...
It got his man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with time running out. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Here's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So the Broncos coming out now. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Denver, good night, everybody.